Hey Doc, thanks for getting involved in this program. I believe with 100% certainty that this will benefit you in multiple ways if you actually do it and execute it. So I want to do everything I can to help you execute at a high level and make this work for you like it has for me. So just a couple slides on what to do and how to use the key components and elements that I created for you. There's a bunch of downloads down below. There's 9 PDF downloads. So based on what kind of browser you're using, you're going to want to click on every single icon down below, the PDF and the PowerPoint icons. Download everything into a central file on your desktop and save that. Bookmark this page where all your downloads are stored. You'll hopefully get an email as well with a link, but sometimes those go to spam or junk. Save this page for future reference if you need it. But I want you to download everything now so you always have it for future use. So 9 PDFs total. There's 4 PowerPoint downloads. Now, I don't know what system you use if you use PowerPoint in your office, so I can't guarantee that the PowerPoints will be perfectly formatted for every single computer, blah, blah, blah. But you'll figure it out. It's not that difficult. But those are very, very helpful. You'll see that they're very consistent, very congruent with all the other stuff that you're handing out and the stuff that you're training your staff on. There, down below this video, there should be a link to my private Facebook group for my clinic. I would definitely recommend that you go hit request to join. I'm always doing a lot of crazy cool stuff there. So feel free to hijack it, use it as your own, whatever you want. I want you to be able to get as much out of this as possible. But you'll see from time to time throughout the years, I'll be doing this program usually twice a year in my office as we're filling up new people and people are coming in, and I'm circling back on people that have been there for years and I'm just re-engaging them. So when you see me do this program, it should be a reminder to you it's time to run the program, whether it's 4 to 8 weeks, whatever your choice is. And then down below this video as well, there's a link to a contact form which goes directly to my personal email. So if you have questions, feel free to ask them. I'll help you out as best as I can. The 4 key components videos, remember it was focusing on leadership, getting your mind right, getting you right first as the doctor and the leader, and then focusing on team development, and then patient development, and of course the most important component, getting referrals or getting better at getting referrals. So watch those 4 videos. They won't be long, they'll be short, sweet, but I'll deconstruct the purpose behind it so you have more purpose and build up your why, and I'll also give you some tips and suggestions in each category to maximize the effectiveness of this program. I also wanted to do an additional video, my why behind my founding principles. So I kind of deconstruct the why, the logic, the rationale that goes into what are my founding principles, why did I choose those words, what do they mean to me, and you might choose to copy the exact same thing, which is totally fine, and you shouldn't feel bad about that because it's not really anything genius that I came up with. I'm a bit of a wordsmith, yes, but I wanted something that would be congruent from any practice, from one individual, one doctor to the next. It doesn't matter. So I think you'll find that the reason and logic behind why I chose words, why I might have left some words out of my founding principles, there's always a reason, a why behind my madness, and you'll see why if you do watch that video. And it will only build up your why and your conviction for whatever founding principles you choose or words you use to define them. Let's see. The 4x4 concept, one more time, is to make this thing work from top down, above down, inside out. You got to own it yourself as the leader and the doctor first and foremost. That's a given, right? But then we have to make sure that it trickles down in a great way and in a consistent way to every member on your team, especially the new ones that come on board, the new employees or the new doctors that you have work on your team. Everybody needs to be enrolled in this quickly and properly so they're all working together on the same page. Patient development, obviously we all want to develop our patient base on a higher level as far as education and engagement and enthusiasm for the value of chiropractic care. So that goes without saying. And then getting referrals, that's something that we want to make sure we're leveraging this to the max when it comes to how do I strategically use this program to get more referrals, to train my people, to send me more referrals, and to stay here longer themselves and continue the relationship with chiropractic. You could run this 4 to 8 weeks. Like I said, you could do this 1 week. You focus on one topic. Again, I only picked 4 founding principles. You could pick 2. You could pick 5. I felt it was easier to ask people to memorize 4 key concepts: chiropractic, health, subluxation, adjustment. I mean, that's kind of says it all for the most part. You could throw some other stuff in there. You'll see with the very first PDF download down below also includes my vision or a mission statement and my vision. It also goes into some other stuff regarding the totality of our focus in chiropractic, or at least in my office, which includes the chiropractic lifestyle, which includes, physical, chemical, emotional stuff. That may be congruent with you. It may not. You might want to include that into your team culture and team training and patient development. You may not. So feel free to copy and mimic, take whatever you can from this and make it work for you. What did I say? 4 to 8 weeks. 4 weeks. If you pick 4 concepts, you should focus on 4 weeks if that's going to be your program. I have a big wellness practice, so I don't get to see everybody once a week. So I don't want some people missing out on something good. That's why I tend to maybe run it 8 weeks. I'll focus on one founding principle, and I'll work on it for a total of 2 weeks. So once every 2 weekers, or my twice a month people, they're going to get that touch point, each of them. If I do it once with a new patient or an existing patient and they are coming in, I just evolve the conversation. I ask them, do you remember what we talked about last time? What did you think about that? How did you feel about that? Did you talk to anybody about that? I just evolve the conversation. I don't want to be repetitive and bore people to death with being robotic, but you just be dynamic and just keep evolving the conversation. So you could have a conversation on what is health with the same person 3 different times or 3 different encounters. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Just make sure you're being dynamic and you evolve the conversation if you're running it for 8 weeks like that. If you have questions about that, let me know and I'll help you out. Pretty self-explanatory. And I want you to remember, what's it worth? What's it worth your time, focus, energy, commitment to this project? If you just get it going, all the pieces and parts, and implement them and stick to it, it's not that hard, it will pay off. And I want you to try to, again, reframe the value, refocus your perspective on this. It's super valuable, right? So commit to it, make it happen, stay consistent, see it all the way through, enjoy the process. You'll see the rewards and the fruits of your labor, I guarantee it, and keep doing it. I do it twice a year, as you probably should. So that's it. That's it for this video. Go get down below, download everything, store it into a central file, go watch the next 4 or 5 videos, right? Find your purpose, find your why, get your strategy going, and then start executing this thing right away, right off the bat. So let's get to work. I'll see you in the videos down below. Bye-bye.